Hey everybody, how's it going? Oh, let me just put my son's fucking shit away real quick. Ew, I'm not even gonna. Ugh. I love kids. All right, my son wanted a mohawk, and he wanted it red, like Hawk on Cobra Kai. So that's what I did. And then I put the rest of the color in my hair. Just not my blonde. Watch, it's probably going to be all spotty and shitty in my blonde, but whatever. It's going to wash out in like a month anyways. So we're going to do some universal messages real quick while I'm waiting. He's got a timer set on his phone. He's getting so smart, so big, so fast. He's making himself ramen. He's making his own food. My other son had cereals. Cereal and milk. Universal messages for Saturday. Saturn's Day. The Norns Day. Which you know. This is a day about releasing and letting go and getting rid of anything that's negative. How was everyone's Halloween weekend? I'm sure it's still going. People still probably having parties Saturday. Universal messages for the collective. Messages from the universe. You will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way it did. For you to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. I wanted to say holding. Somebody may want to come in and hold you. Like all the readings that, you know, when I get bored, which I'm not bored, let me tell you, but like when I'm packing or when I'm doing laundry or when I'm doing dishes or, you know, when I'm just hanging out in the living room with my son and he's like doing his own thing, but I'm still spending time with him. I listen to tarot. I don't watch TV. I can't watch TV and movies by myself anymore. I don't know why. Like, I feel very anxious and I feel like I need to be doing something when I watch TV. But when I watch tarot, I'm actually like listening to what they're saying and I'm comparing what they're saying and I'm comparing what I am hearing and doing. And I don't know, it kind of puts me at ease, believe it or not, diving into this. I've been doing this. I got my first deck of cards when I was like 8. And it's weird because nobody else in my family does this, but my mom got me my first deck of cards. Because my friend Holly did a reading on my mom and said that my stepdad was cheating on her and that they were going to get a divorce and shit, and she didn't believe her. And literally months later, that's exactly what was going on. And my friend Holly was like, You know what I mean? Like an 8-year-old just laid this shit out for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and she told me, Holly told me that I had great power within and I just needed to know how to unlock it and what to do with it, because she's like, you are more connected to the divine than I am. And I didn't get it and I didn't see it. And like, I guess I was just like fighting it or trying to hide it or something. Because, you know, everybody wants to be normal. Society tells you be normal, but what's fucking normal? Because normal's not normal, right? Normal is not fucking normal. To comply, to bend the knee, to bow. I don't do that shit. If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to plan, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you were asking for now. That follows along with the other card. That follows along with what I just said. And it's true. People ask for things all the time and then they're like, oh shit, what did I just manifest? Because in actuality, they realize that deep down or on another level or subconsciously, they really didn't think about what they were asking for. And when that manifestation came, okay. So let's say that you have a choice between asking for abundance or money, let's say, which doesn't usually work very well. You have to ask for the opportunities to make money. But so if you say, okay, I want to win the lottery, or I want the money to buy a car. Okay. So here's the thing. If you wish that you were going to win the lottery first, before you wished for the manifestation of a new vehicle, here's the little trick. They're going to be like, but you asked to win the lottery, but what you just won was only $1. Be careful. Be careful what you manifest, because even the smallest manifestations are going to come in. That does not mean that you're not going to get the money for a car. I'm just saying at that point in time, your manifestation was winning the lottery over getting a new vehicle. Well, if you would have said, I need the money to buy a new vehicle, and then you went out and bought a lottery ticket, and then you won enough money to buy a car, then that's how you would have manifested that. But since you just said, I want to win the lottery, you only won $1. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you have to be smart. You have to make wise decisions. And I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself every day, all the time. Every time I'm telling you guys something, I turn right back around and I need to tell it to myself. Because that's how that shit works. Seriously. That's how that works. Confirmation. I'm talking to myself. That was quick. That was a quick message. And they were like, that was the only one we want you to know. No act of kindness is ever wasted. That is also very true. Be kind to people. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. Oh, which is true. That's why they show kindness to other people, because they were like, if I was in that situation or I was doing that or whatever, I would want somebody to show kindness to me. Because you can't read a book by its cover. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Be that beautiful soul. Shine that light. Everywhere. Anywhere. It doesn't matter. Like, sometimes I find myself in situations where I'm surrounded by people that are maybe not making the best choices in their life. And I still show kindness and compassion to that person. And from an outside perspective, they're like, oh, well, she's just like them. Why is she hanging out with them? Why would she associate with them? Why would she put herself in that energy? Why did Jesus Christ hang out with homeless people? Why did he hang out with people that were not so good? to teach them something, to show them something, to give them the chance to learn the lesson, to seek the opportunity. Because if somebody's, yeah, I can say that. If somebody's wasted off their ass and they start saying some things, but what you have to tell them is actually a lesson that they need to learn, believe it or not, they remember that. They're going to remember that. Those words that you told them are going to stick with them. And they're either going to do something about it or they're not. But at that point in time, you've done your job. I felt like there wasn't red there on the side of my head. I usually don't. I haven't been going red. I've been going blonde. I've been going purple. Like pastel purple. But I felt like today, since he wanted to do it red, which is really funny because he was like, I want a tattoo of a hawk on my back too. Just like Hawk. And I'm like, honey, for one, you're basing yourself off of a character. For two, be yourself. I mean, that's awesome if you want a hawk tattoo, you know, later in life, think about it, whatever. But don't do something and don't just get something and don't try to be like somebody else because you're yourself. Nobody else can be you. You know, I said, you know, other people might look at you and say that they want to be you. You know what I mean? So don't disregard yourself and who you are. The shaman's calling me. And it's 11:33 when I just looked at the timer. 11:33. Yeah. Yeah. Did it go off? Thank you for my remote. Where was it at? Did you take it with you? Yeah. Thank you. I had to turn the TV off manually. Oh my God. Like when I was a child. It's... 43 on the bottom. That turns into 7. And what's 7? Member of the divine. Ha! And 52. 52 just flipped, which is 7 again, bro. I need one more 7. 777. 777. Straight from heaven. Alright. What's going on, shamans? What's going on, earth angels? What's going on, divine beings, elementals, earth guardians, guardians of humanity? Did you see that one to flip out and it hit me in the face and then it flipped back in the pile? Beginner's breath. And the right use of power. I'm gonna cut those back in. Anything else? Or you want me to read these first? Do you want me to read these first? Anything else? Opportunity. Opportunity was hidden. You have an opportunity that you don't see. You need to clear your mind. Clarity and organization of your mind and your thoughts. With a tidy house. Or maybe you need to clean your physical house. But this card does talk about your mind. You need to clear and cleanse your mental, emotional space. Your body even, maybe. I just did some tantric yoga this morning. For those of you who want to dive more into self-care and self-love, you can study tantric yoga. If you do look it up and you are doing it solely for yourself and your self-care and your self-love, you need to look up white tantric, okay? White tantra has to do with yourself. Red tantra has to do with a partner. There is a sacred contract out on the table. There is being your authentic self and whale song resonating. Okay, you need to find your soul tribe. You need to find your pod. Every whale has its own song that it sings, and that is how the other whales know who that is. So, oh no, I'm itchy. Oh no. Huh. Ah! Oh my God. Okay. So we have one out here. Be one with yourself. Clean your mind, clean your body, clean your emotions. Okay. A sacred contract, a sacred covenant, that to me is it could be a contract that you have with the divine, stepping into your own power, realizing your gifts that God has given you, and your ancestors, your spirit teams, your spirit guides. It is a 7. Again, there's my other 7. Whale song is also 61, which breaks down to 7. And then we have 11 here with many masks. 3 and 8 go 11. We have 4, which is a number of manifestation. So we have 7, 7, 11, or 111 as well. You can combine any of these numbers together to get angel numbers if you want to look those up. But many masks, the authentic self, somebody needs to take off the mask, drop the mask, whatever you're trying to hide behind, it's going to come off regardless. Anyways, somebody is wearing a mask. They need to take that mask off and be their true authentic self. It might have to do with this covenant. It might have to do with this sacred contract. This sacred contract might be a soulmate union or a twin flame union, and this person is wearing a mask about how they truly feel about this union, but they need to stop and they need to find their song. They need to find their words. They need to figure out what they're going to say when they come in to this for this opportunity. An opportunity fell out down here by itself. So that is the path that you're on right now. Clarity, organization, realizing that this is a sacred contract with yourself or with somebody else, taking your mask off because nobody gives a fuck about your mask. I feel like, wow, my hands start shaking. I feel like when, I'm not saying girls don't wear masks, let me tell you. But I am saying that, guys, it's very easy for males to wear a mask because of how they've been raised, how they've been taught, how they're supposed to act. They're not supposed to show emotions. They're not supposed to show feelings. They're in a certain capacity. You know what I mean? So, like say somebody really likes you, but they can't express that because there's other underlying issues that they need to take care of before they can take that mask off with you. They might still have a mask on to the world, but they should not be wearing a mask with the person that is their counterpart. Should not be wearing a mask with yourself. You should not be lying to yourself. You should not be trying to talk yourself out of situations. Like, Divine's going to smack you in the face just like they smacked me in the face. You know what I mean? So, with this opportunity, what's this opportunity? is this opportunity? And they're looking hard, too. That cat is looking hard at this opportunity. Watching. I feel like watching. You know how cats watch and wait? But with this taking off the mask and this whale song resonating, you've got to get out of that watching and get into the action. Finding who you are. Whale song. Finding who you are. Finding your soul tribe. Or maybe this person is. Maybe this person is part of your soul tribe. Okay, so we have a bridge from opportunity. And it fell on taking off the mask. Vanishing mirror. Ego sublimation. Break out of your ego and your pride for this opportunity. That goes right along with this. You're breaking the mirror. You're taking off the mask. That's 13. That's my lucky number. 13. It's always been my lucky number. And 23. Confidence in your magic. You have to believe that you are this magical being. You have to believe that you're this magical being. You are magical. You are magical. You know how many times I've said that? I actually told that to somebody a little while ago. You do realize that you're a master manifester, right? That's what I said. You realize that you're a fucking magician, right? But it's hard for people that believe in God, that have a set religious path, to fucking believe that they are magic. I broke away from that when I had a very in-depth conversation with a pastor when I was in 3rd grade. That's when I broke away from the mindset of religion. Mindful thinking, group thinking, you need to stop caring what everybody else thinks. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? That is like my son saying, oh, well, my friend Dylan was making fun of me because I like this girl. And I said, I can't tell you what I said. I said, it really doesn't matter what Dylan thinks. Does it? Because you don't have feelings for Dylan. You have feelings for this girl. And is your friend Dylan going to give you the love, compassion, nourishment that you need? Or is she? You know what I mean? So my buddy actually gave him some good advice and was like, don't even tell your friends if you're gonna ask a girl if she likes you, or you're going to pursue taking her out, or going to a game that she's cheerleading at, or whatever, because If she says no, that she doesn't like you, then, you know, your friends can't sit there and run their mouth and talk shit about it. But if she does, then it's already done and over with, and you're with that girl, and what's your friend's going to say then? And if they do have something to say, you can be like, okay, well, where's your girlfriend? You know what I mean? How come nobody likes you? Right? Compassion. Open your heart home. You have 2 homes here. Hopefully I have a damn home. Not a damn home. I want my house to be damned. But I'm going to tell you, it is a place where the devil won't go. Cast me down where the devil won't go. The devil don't go where I make my home. Yeah, compassion. You have to bring compassion into the situation. You have to keep an open heart, or you have to open your heart. You have to live with compassion. You can't keep blocking yourself off. Because radical acceptance, you have to radically accept yourself. You have to radically, this is the card of love, beloved. This is a card of giving the same fiery, burning passion to somebody else that you give to yourself. Moving out of stagnation. Okay, so you might have ended a cycle and you're moving out of that cycle now, or you need to move out of that cycle now of stagnation. Because the Moon Maiden, new beginnings. You might have found yourself a Moon Maiden, or you might be a Moon Maiden. You might talk to the moon. You might look at the moon. You might get divinity, answers, healing. You know, you can bring down the moonlight. It's an energy. Into your energy. It's not fucking magic, people. It's a transfer of energy. Beautiful. You might be an earth angel. Once again. You might be a starseed. Garden of Venus! So you're going on this journey, either on your own, and it's time for you to rest and renewal, but the Garden of Venus talks about love. You might be taking somebody on a trip. You might be wanting to take somebody on a trip with you for rest and renewal. You might be working extremely hard right now on this path to get to this point. Maybe even with this Moon Maiden, with this Earth Angel, with this Starseed, with this Chosen One. You could be a life path number 5. I know I am. With the 41 there. Here's your other 7. Here's the other 7. It's all coming up 7s. It's all coming up 7s. The courage to step into life. You have to be courageous and bold and step into this. I have to take this. Bye. Y'all have a lovely weekend.